I have a brilliant way for you to get some windfall sales on Amazon today, all about Spanish keywords for Amazon PPC. This is a great little hack for you that I think you're really going to enjoy. And if you want to get more stuff like this, where I'm giving you hacks and insider information to build your e-commerce business, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. And also, if you want more like this, subscribe to my channel because we post brand new content each and every day. And if you've got some feedback for me or just a question about what I'm showing you, then post in the comments below and I'll get that for you. All right, let's get into the Spanish keywords. I talked about this in the inner circle, all about the ability to replicate your Amazon listings into different languages to tailor your brand and your products to people that spoke those languages in those target countries. And so the example I used 2 years ago was Spanish. So in the US of A, there is a significant amount of Spanish speakers and a lot, I think it's like 42 million, something like that, of first language Spanish. And it was, back then, it was 20 and change, like 22, I can't remember, that only spoke Spanish, okay, in the USA. And so it seemed to me that there would be a really obvious advantage to be gained by setting up a listing for those people. So this is a little bit more on the back of that. One thing I am doing now with all of my listings, so one step back, Amazon in Mexico does not work for me. I cannot make it work for me for whatever reason. It just doesn't make any money for me. And so right now I've kind of given up on it as a marketplace and we've put our focus on other places, okay? Like Canada, like Australia makes much more money for me than Amazon in Mexico does. Canada, much more money for me than Amazon in Mexico does. So anyway, when we were doing all this thing, of course, what I did was we got into the Mexican market and I translated all my shit, all of my titles, all of my bullet points, my description, my A+ content, everything, my packaging, all into friggin' Spanish, okay, so we could go into this marketplace. And then it was crap. But what I ended up with is all this cool Spanish content that I could then use. And so what we've done with that is we put it up and put it onto Amazon in the USA. And this is good. This works really well. So what I suggest you do, this is what I'm doing now. So before, what I would do is I would just have my main keyword, so it's that for instance, and I just translate that into Spanish. And you should definitely not use Google Translate to do your translations. Side note, when I went into the Japanese market, pretty much my first time going into that Japanese market, I went in with one of my skincare products, which just so happens to be a skin brightening product, okay? And we used Google Translate to translate all the text for the listing into Japanese. And of course, I don't speak Japanese. The characters are different to English. Like, it's a totally different thing. So I've got no idea what the hell's going on. Anyway, so we translate all of our stuff into Japanese and the skin brightening stuff, what you put on your face. And we didn't make any sales at all. It was bombed. It was like nothing. It was like crap. I couldn't believe how bad it was. And we spent money on PPC. We did advertising, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so a little bit of time carries on and somebody contacted us through Amazon to say, your translation, actually the word, what you were using, I can't remember the exact word, but the way that Google Translation had transcribed it came on as basically like a colloquial term for shit. So like we say poop, like they has a colloquial term for shit in Japanese, and we said our product was like putting shit on your face. So as you can imagine, that didn't go down too well and we didn't make any sales. So Don't use Google Translate for your product stuff. Not good. Anyway, get it properly translated. But this is what you do instead. How embarrassing, eh? I've done some frigging major cock-ups. This is what you do instead. And then from there, you go do the whole translation, put your stuff into that language, the target language. Don't use shit on something like that. And translate, put it all properly. Do it all properly, okay? And then you start running PPC on your target words. So that would be my PPC search term. That is a super cheap search term relative to, that is a super cheap search term. So Ciru facial de acido hyaluronico, okay? Versus, that's dead cheap. Like we buy those clicks for 10 cents versus this where the click costs us $3.50, okay? Anyway, so that's what we've been doing. That is a cool tip I'm giving you. Works really well. Spanish keywords are like you're not going to make billions of sales, but you will make sales. And the sales that you do make are hyper profitable. So, yeah, and don't call your stuff fecal matter. That was a video from my regular Monday night Q&A with the members of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. We've got over 2,000 members and growing. We're the fastest growing community of e-commerce entrepreneurs here in Australia with sales of over $50 million. If you'd like to find out more about what we do, get yourself off to www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au and I'll see you on the inside. Thanks for watching. Bye.